His name was Jeremiah Johnson. They say he wanted to be a mountain man. Story goes that he was a man of proper wit and adventurous spirit, suited to the mountains. Nobody knows whereabouts he come from, but don't seem to matter much. He was a young man, and ghosty stories about the tall hills didn't scare him none. He was looking for a...
Well, what do you know? Mylar balloon, and it happens to be blue. Well, I was just checking my GPS. I came up over this hill, and I definitely have a structure in my sights here. So on the top of this hill, here's a view that presented itself to me. So let's go ahead and go down there, explore this together, kind of together, once I upload it. Notice they have their little steeple thing as usual. Right up top, quite prominent steeple. Okay, here we go. It's kind of blocking it off on this end. Actually, I guess this tree right here is what is forming the steeple. It breaks right there. Same tree, then it goes up there. And they form this below it. Oh, it does look like it has human trash, so I would assume I'm not the first human here to come here. It is a little off the beaten track, though. To get up here, it's definitely broke a sweat. I still question whether humans would have built this. I mean, these are substantial logs. They're all stripped. And it would take quite a bit to haul them up here. None of them that I see are sawed. But definitely human trash. And it appears that some alcohol was involved too. As well as Chef Boyardee ravioli. Some of those, is that, I'm just wondering, are those new green limbs that they've placed down there that are really fresh, or is it just something that grew there? Let's see. It looks like it's been placed there. Yeah, so this is a pine limb, yeah, it's been put in there. Fresh. Back up on this side, get a look of it from this side. So my guess is, seeing how I believe in Sasquatch and such, that they had something to do with it, and humans took note of it and also made use of it. Who's to know how long it's been there and how long it's been since Sasquatches had a part in it, but or if they were the ones who actually placed the greenery in the size, or if that was humans. All the logs look like they've been there quite a while. Notice the interior of them are starting to rot out right here. It's just mulch inside. But they could have used, logs that were old to begin with. But this one that fell down does look a little bit fresher. It's not new though, by any means. Anyway, interesting structure. Kind of a double right here, and then over there you have two things forming the top of the roof to lay things on each side. They both wrap around this live tree. You have things laid on this side and over on that side. Well, let's go inside for a moment. I just got some trash in here, so I don't think I'll give you a good view of the trash. Who wants to see that, right? I already kind of looked at it for a second. There's the overhead. Kind of in front. I have a window over here, or door, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I started kind of going this direction because there was a big fat tree lean quite a bit further down, generally pointing this direction. Then I ran into the blue mylar balloon and kept traveling this way. And that could have all been coincidence, but I haven't seen that many tree lanes around here, so it did stand out somewhat. I guess there's more than one steeple in a sense. You got this big tree that goes all the way over there, has a steeple, and then you got the spires that head up this way also. I'm always pointing my finger into the frame of the screen, but anyway, just trying to point it out. And it's kind of up on a hill because it drops off on this side. Here's yeah. I came from this way. Anyway, we'll see what else we can find around here. Okay, here we are again. Not more than I'd say 100, maybe 120 yards from the other structure. I found what appears to be another one over here. I can't see, but let's head on over there. It's definitely not natural. It's kind of tucked away in here. Let's go this way. So this one's a little bitty one. This one does have quite a bit of chopped wood. But still interesting. Definitely stripped of bark. Almost 100%. Let's go on this side. Definitely saw it on that end. Ones up top are sawed too. But there is a lot of work done by Forest Service around here to clear things away, so I'm sure there's an abundance of that type of wood. They could have gotten a pile of it into a pile of it here, just down the mountain or something. Still, even for cut timber, you know, it doesn't look like it's been chopped, it looks like it's been sawed. You'd have to carry that in quite a ways, because I doubt right around here they're going to be sawing a lot of stuff. So that's unusual also. I mean, who's going to haul timber up here, chopped or unchopped? That just means they had to haul it further away from a further distance than if it were not chopped, really, in this situation. At least that's what I'm reasoning in my mind right now. Keep in mind I've been hiking a while. Similar construction. This one only has a single area for the roof here to lay sticks across. They didn't make much use of it anyway. They kind of just mainly have them laying up top here. It doesn't hardly even touch this here really, except for on the end here. They do touch with the shorter ones. I don't know. This does have some of the Sasquatch characteristics. I have this one skinny little branch right here, and that's acting kind of as a steeple on this little structure. They got a little bitty stick for a steeple. The fatter logs are shorter, not as steeple-like. And like I said earlier, it is definitely stripped of bark. I can see a few bits of bark, maybe a little right there, but that's about it. Little bitty specks maybe on there. Not much room for entry there. I guess you could fit in there. Probably it's about 6 feet across. Maybe a person could uncomfortably fit in there. Or juvenile Sasquatch or what have you, I don't know. If it were Sasquatch, it looks like a nice little starter practice hut. One of those ones where you put it by the human habitation, or at least within a mile of humans, and hope they find it and get a kick out of it or something like that. I don't know. And I've mentioned my theories about all that in the past. I don't think I'll rehash it every video. Just looking for tracks in here. Nothing that recent. There's a Y conveniently shoved between that tree. Kind of the other way around. More often it seems like there's a double set of trees, and then but this is actually a Y from the branch of the tree. And right below it is this was carry there, that was carry there. This definitely was. It's in the middle of a deer trail. So there's definitely a little sign right here. The two structures I found are off kind of that way. Roughly maybe the direction this is pointing, you might say. We got other little markers. Look at that branch right there, hung up right there. And see how it's interlocked right here, so it's not going to come out as easy. So I'll just lay it up there. It's interlocked. You have that right there, of course. Interesting. Locking mechanism. I didn't mess that up. I think I messed it up there. Oops. I just broke that. Okay, let's lock it into this one. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. We got a new locking mechanism there for it. I won't put it back as close as I can to where it was. Anyway, moving on. Oh, that's another structure down there. I think. Hang on. There's a structure. Looks like it. It's kind of hidden. Yeah. Third structure. Here a jack overhead. Yeah. I almost missed that one. I started heading the other direction, but on this bluff I was able to see it. But it's so obscured by the fallen trees that you hardly notice it. So we got this big log right here, and then everything's kind of built on that, taking advantage of it. These other two big ones over here, and then the stuff on top. Don't see any tracks around it right now. It's deep snow too. See how it goes in there? I just heard something. The other places seem fine. This place gives me the creeps a little bit. Not sure why. Oh, we're really running the structures galore today. Kind of went a little bit different direction today. So this is definitely cut up here. Most of it's not though. To the top of that might be 15 feet. Let's go in here. Look at all that weaving. Really wet down there. Really stable. I'm trying to shake it, but it does nothing on this one particular branch right here. You have this kind of X almost here marking, it seems like, from a further distance. And it could be just random coincidence, but I also have this kind of up here, in a sense, pointing towards it. So from this side, the side I was seeing it from, you can see why it's harder to see. It looks like it's just a down tree almost from this side. So let me move out of the snow. That's all for now. So this is a little pile that's been somewhat neatly laid out here. I mean, I guess it's not neat, but it's a pile is what I'm saying. Each jaw is separated. So it's not just a carcass that died that way, it's definitely been worked on. And oh, we have this over here. That kind of a triangle. I don't want to touch it. It's connected right there. Is that just haphazard or is that arranged? Your call. The most recent structure I found is just down that way, and the other two are up and over somewhere over there, probably about 1/10 of a mile at most, probably less. There's a little random branch of that tree pointing towards the structure I just came from. Just noticed that when I'm sitting here looking around. Well, for this whole thing I just realized that my volume was turned down -10 decibels. I usually have it up +10. So sorry if I sound like I was mumbling more than usual the whole trip. Anyway, I was going to say markers pointing this way, and that's the way I'm headed. That's pretty much it. Besides just noticing I had the volume turned down the whole time. Well, I was surprised to find this up here. Just when you think you're getting farther off the beaten trail, you find something like this. Looks like someone had a deer stand or something up here some time ago. I don't think anybody would come up here with any regularity just on their own. Steep hill to get up here. They have that kind of platform. Too short to show it very well. I'm a little bit higher up here. Anyway, there's a platform right up there. Plywood. I guess they were camping or something. There's even a little fire pit there. Just kind of making my way back, but I was taking another route that's really more off the beaten path. But apparently humans have been here before, obviously, enough to bring building materials. So the creek's far below down there, and I'm up here in the hills kind of over here. Down that way somewhere is Tibble Fork. Middle of the woods here, another blue mylar balloon. And the battery's about to die, so I'll go ahead and cut this.